Welcome to Oki Built Autos. I've got a 4L60E out of a 1999 Chevy Yukon. Or GMC. Chevy. The Tahoe's your GMC version. Anyways, got the all important black gold. The torque converter is currently draining out. This torque converter is basically a brand new torque converter from B&I Torque Converter. So that's a plus. I've already broke all these bolts loose. Make this go a little bit quicker. Looks like we got a new front seal. Toss that off to the side. I am using my brand new recorder that I bought from, where did I get this? Best Buy. I purchased it from Best Buy for $150. It's the Brave 7. For those of you that know the Picasso brand. Grab my hammer. Got your snap ring. You can bend that snap ring as long as you bend it back. Got some new picks as well. The other ones were kind of trashed. And I'm not really impressed with this set either, as this one's already bent. But whatever. Alright, this was also, looks like, rebuilt. They did not upgrade it. Do my coffee. Gotta unhook my strap. Spin this around so I don't damage this shifter here. Dang sure don't want to mess that up. I went ahead and followed around this area here to get the switch off. The switch is still attached inside the vehicle. On these older models like this, it's better to just leave it on there. Otherwise you could run the risk of not being able to reconnect it. Find the right bit here. I keep forgetting it's a T50 or 40, I mean. Should be a T40. Move the shifter bracket. I want to put that in front of the camera. Oh yeah, there goes all that fluid. going to go ahead and kill the camera for now. Alright. So I got a lot of this fluid already drained out. I've already pulled most of the pan bolts off. Get a shot of the pan inside. Pretty black. So I'll set bad boy on the ground and toss my parts into it. I am trying something a little bit different here on where I'm placing my tray. Take the old gasket off here. There we are. There goes my trash. Move my freaking grill out the way. At least the filter fits snugly. It is the correct filter for this pan that it has. If I remember correctly, the 1999 still has the shallow pan, but this one was upgraded to a deep pan. Better grab my other one. This wiring harness did have fluid in it, so I do need to actually replace it. I replaced them anyways, but this one definitely needed to be replaced. Screwdriver. So I've got my tools sitting off to the side. In my little container here. I might need to grab my other screwdriver. Never mind. Got her out. Pull out your solenoid. The solenoid looks pretty good, actually. Switch over to a 10 millimeter. Probably should have kept the 13 on, remove the detent. Remove your solenoid, your torque converter solenoid. There. I'm going to go ahead and remove it now. And there goes my 10. I also did order a brand new separator plate for this, just in case. Hopefully I don't need it. I keep saying I'm going to make one of these alignment tools, but I never do. I'll just go to the hardware store and get the bolts that I need for it. Oh yeah, this is the old style for sure. See if I can find the other style. Yeah, my hands are a little too dirty to be touching the other one right now. Otherwise I would grab it for y'all. should be all of them. And there goes all the check balls, just like I figured would happen. Set the valve body down. When you set it down with the valve body facing up so that you don't damage it. Especially if you do not have a flat file. And this one right here is actually a good separator plate, so I have an extra separator plate now. Looks like a piece of that cork gasket stayed back here. Didn't notice it. Oh yeah, that one's on there too. I'm going to take a carbide scraper to that one. You know the manual shift linkage. Come on. Oh, that was nasty. That went right in my mouth. Blech. Ha. Oh, there's nothing like transmission fluid in your mouth. I tell you what. Grab your accumulator. Man, that was nasty, I tell you. Ugh. Doesn't seem like there was a whole lot of fluid in this one. It does have the old style plastic one. I will be upgrading this to aluminum. Y'all can see that. Use some compressed air, blow into this hole here, and it'll pop it out. Scotch-Brite the inside of it to make it scuffed up so oil sticks to the walls. Replace your filters here and here. If you have a new separator plate, or even if you don't and still want to replace it. Let's see what gasket they have on here. Now what was happening to this is the transmission had punctured the cooler and drained the fluid out of it, so it should be burned up. Apparently the person hit a deer and that's what caused it. Okay, these are the old gasket type. See that V over here? That lets me know that it is an older style. Pull out your accumulator here by pulling out the pin. Not all the way out though. And wiggle back and forth as you pull up. And the accumulator should come out. If I can hold on to it. There we go. You'll want to check the wear here. If it wiggles too much back and forth. Same thing goes for inside here. And it's a firm fit. So the pin does not need to be replaced. And here you've got your check ball. Don't forget your spring. Grab 13 millimeter. That one's already done. Cool. It's already in park. They did not put any silicone on these. When you assemble this, you at least want to put silicone on these two bolts here. That way you don't get any kind of leakage. Inside the valve body, it doesn't look bad at all. I'm not seeing a bunch of black stuff in the bottom or in the channels, veins, whatever you want to call it. Stick your screwdriver right behind the filter area and pry it out. Now comes the pump. Place my pump over here by my parts washer. Sounds like the torque converter is still draining over there. Remove our gasket. Perfect. Came out nice in one piece. Set that off to the side. Grab your parts washer. Okay. Your pump washer, not parts washer. Looks like the 2-4 band was already disconnected off the anchor. This drum looks pretty much new. This band also looks pretty new. And the rivets here are not showing yet. Yeah, there should be 2 rivets right here and here. That usually indicates how worn it is. But I don't care because it's going in the trash. Grab a straight edge and check the drum. And unfortunately, I might have the wrong side. I did. Okay. This drum is good. We have a good drum. That is awesome. I think this may be the second time that I've ever had a good drum. The teeth here look pretty good. Man, this thing looks almost pristine on the inside. Alright, toss that off to the side for now. Check for the clutches in here. I've got my, I better move that out of the way. Okay. Got my air compressor set up for 40 psi. Spin this bad boy around. It's going to be a hole that you'll plug your finger over. Okay, I can hear that. I need to get a new air gun, because this one right here is, the tip of it's way too big for what I'm doing here. As y'all can tell, I took off the rubber tip off of it. Alright, set this off to the side as well onto the ground. I've got cardboard on the ground, so it's not actually on the ground itself. Flashlight. The daughter thought she'd be nice and she bought me another flashlight. Pretty thoughtful for a 10-year-old. And now for the snap ring that I hate. Roll this bad boy around. There we go. come on you. See if I can't pry against the sprocket here. Nine. Oh. I got part of it out. That one went flying. But luckily, I kept an eye on it where it went. Honestly, doesn't matter because your kit comes with a brand new one, because that's very common to happen. Pull out your planetary gear. Check your teeth here for wear. And wiggle them back and forth. They should not wiggle at all. Check your bearing on the inside. Sun shell is hardened, so I can reuse this one as well. That is hardened. Now here's your sun gear. Actually, throw it back in here. You'll want to check your teeth on the inside here, looking for wear. It's usually on the edge. The brass washer. Grab me a smaller screwdriver. Come on. I know people make this look so easy when they just pop it right on out. Probably best they modified their screwdriver. I'll get it out later. Come on, get in there. I would do an assembly video on this one, but I've already started assembling. You want to check your teeth here, see if there's any kind of wear marks or if it's chipped or anything like that. If you saw one of my other videos where that one was completely destroyed. Screwdriver does help to have a notch cut into it. Grab this thing out of here. Yay. I was not expecting the output shaft to just go flying. Oh no! Oh, the pump's leaking all over my floor too. Well, since the output shaft fell on the ground, now I have to check for damage. We're good. Alright, so I'm going to put it back in the back end here. Try to spline this up. Come on. There we go. What I was doing there was making sure that I got it into the splines here, and I pushed it on against my table to remove the center support and lower roller. I have confirmed that this case is good because this came right on out. If this had not come out, the easy way to get that out is to actually take your snap ring pliers and pry against one of the sides here and spread it out, and then you can pull it out. Again, you want to check your teeth and see if these wiggle at all. And these are good. Grab your wavy plate, set it off to the side. All the rest of these steels and clutches all go in the trash. Same thing goes for this. You'll want to pull the snap ring off here and check the teeth on both sides, the hub and the ring gear, for wear. Grab your case silencer or anti-clunk spring, whichever one you want to call it. And that's it for the case itself. Set this off to the side. And put the output shaft over here by the parts washer. Like I need to actually grab the pump, put it up here so it'll stop leaking all over my floor. I did not have any cardboard down over there to soak it up. I am going to go ahead and keep these steels. If you can hear that. That squeaking indicates that this roller is still good. Hopefully this time I don't lose the wavy plate for the forward clutch. I have a bad habit about losing that. I mean, it's bad. I almost buy a new one every single time that I do one of these. I end up losing it or tossing it, I think. I think I might toss it in the trash sometimes. Push that in. Put this bad boy around. These solenoids look pretty new to me. Remove your forward accumulator. I keep putting that thing right in y'all's way. Spring, your other spring, pull out the accumulator, and this one gets replaced with an aluminum one. What happens is it cracks in here. This one's actually good. Scotch-Brite in here, like I said earlier. Same thing goes for this accumulator here. Scotch-Brite it, Scotch-Brite inside the servo. Alright, put the valve body off to the side. Clean up my mess a little bit. feels kind of loose, but that's okay. I was about to say, it's like they didn't put the load springs back in, but they did. It does look like it got hot in here by the color of the spring here, or not spring, but snap ring. It's all blued right through here, all the way around. That's okay, it's still good snap ring. Can still use it even though it's discolored. See if I can get these out of here without dumping it everywhere, like I usually do. I do have an extra set of load springs, just in case these are bad. They're pretty cheap, so I do suggest replacing them. These are actually pretty good. I think for all 5 of them, it's like $7, $7 or $8 where I get them from. All my parts come from BNI torque converter. Yeah, these are pretty cooked. Look at that one right there. Look at all that. Gone. That's probably why it was slipping. Alright, those go in the trash. You want to keep all the steels until the end of the build. That way I know I don't throw away the wavy plate on accident. Even though we're not to the wavy plate yet. Wavy plate is actually coming up into this part of the drum here. Come on out. Yeah. There it is. That was pretty discolored as well. Nasty looking. Top plate. You want to take this apart here by removing the snap ring here. Oh, okay. And this one has a brand new scrag in it, so I can reuse this as well. Normally there's a brass one in there and it's a through almost on the top part, or the bottom down here. The top one here is always good. I have not found a bad one yet. Clutches look good so far. Here's the apply plate. And this one right here should be the wavy. This one is the wavy. And the rest of the steels. Put the top plate off to the side. Keep all these steels. All these clutches look good. Alright, all those are good. Grab the apply plate, wavy, and top plate. Put those in your parts to be washed. That's interesting. Got your bearing. This bearing here is what the sprag rolls on. These look brand new. I might reuse them. I don't ever see those damaged really. Spin this bad boy around. So far I like the new camera. This snap ring here always likes to bend on you. It bent a little bit. Release the tension, move it off to the side. Grab your return spring. It's like the bearing and the selectable washer fell off. This one's a 69. It goes from 67 to 75. Alright, and down inside here you have a green O-ring, goes around the bottom. You'll replace that during the rebuild. Let's see if his overrun is good. Molded piston's actually doing decent. Either way, it's getting replaced, so I never reuse them. This piece, return spring, and cage, they all get cleaned up and reused. I do have an extra one of these return springs just in case one is broken. Oh, I'm an idiot. I actually threw the clutches into the parts instead of the trash. So reverse drum, there it is. Spin this around so I can get to the snap ring. Go. Now this one right here is usually not an issue. At least that snap ring is usually easy to pull out. And remove the return spring. Grab screwdriver. If that one's not going to work, and pry out your snap ring. I need to cut a notch into this one. There we go. Throw it on the ground. Your lip seals here, inner and outer, always replace these. The aluminum part is good to go. And your beveled plate does go face down just like that. And set it like this. That way it closes off the hole that's at the bottom of the drum. these are the only two that need to be retained, is the beveled one and your top plate. The rest of these can go in the garbage, even though these look brand new. I'm actually going to keep those off to the side as well. And that is pretty much it for this one. One other thing you got to note is down inside here, I don't know if you can see that, but there's a square hole. You want to make sure that you get the same one put in here. Otherwise you'll have pressure issues. I'll see you all on the next one, on the rebuild.